Well, the first year of college is over and I am officially home for the summer. Hey guys! Will that opening be permanent at this rate? Probably. After all, this is the fifth time I've used that intro? I'm gonna be honest. I want to make a new one, but it's kinda low on my priority list. I'll get to it though. Hopefully. So yeah, as I said, my first year of college is over and wow! That was a super eventful first year, let me tell you. It's actually been over for almost 2 weeks now, but life kinda got in the way a little bit and a family emergency happened, so that's why I'm only making a video now. I'm also a little sick as of the recording of this video, so if I sound a little off, yeah, that's why. A lot of things have happened, but compared to how 2021 ended, the second semester overall was a much happier time for me in comparison to the first semester, which, as you know from some of my previous videos, it ended like crap to say the least. But the past is the past, and I need to try and put the negativity behind me now. On the other hand, the second semester was so much better, and I have a few reasons as to why. Well, first thing that really contributed, since it has already been one semester, I wasn't really a fresh face anymore, and I knew how things worked there better, so I knew how to handle things better this time around. My first semester was full of a lot of trial and error in both academic and social life, and I kinda goofed off a little bit like I did in my earlier years of high school or even middle school. Hey, cut me some slack. This is my first time having full-time in-person education since before COVID. Another thing that helped make my second semester better was that I actually stepped outside of my dorm a little more often to go to some more events and hang out with some friends I made on campus. Last semester, I stayed inside my dorm literally all the time, pretty much going out for class and whenever necessary. While that was kind of the same for my home life pretty much all the time, I realized on my winter break that some of the ways that I lived my life in the past would not fly anymore as a college student, and I guess I needed to grow up a little bit. Since middle school, I've been in my room nearly all the time drawing cartoons and anime, and while it is a nice skill to have, I'm devoting way too much time to it, and I seldom did anything else. Pretty much my lifestyle has always been watch a lot of anime, play a lot of video games, collect a lot of toys, and draw a lot. Sure, it sounds like a fun life, but it does get boring if you've basically been living that way for 5 years. Which is why I've stepped outside a bit more, I've got to meet people, and I actually had one of the best events that I've ever had last month as a result. The weekend after my 19th birthday, my school's Japanese culture club held an anime con, and several artists, including me, got to sell their artwork and creations. There were people cosplaying as anime characters there was an anime trivia quiz, and overall, it was probably one of the best and most memorable moments that I had in my freshman year. As for the artwork being sold, being one of the artists selling their work there was quite fun. I made prints of my art. The prints that I had available were Dragon Ball Super Broly, One Piece Zoro, My Hero Academia Todoroki, and the whole Powerpuff Girls Z team. I also had stickers of the little Aventia chibis made, which you've probably seen before, and those sold the most out of my selection of products there. Hanako sold the most stickers, Ace sold the second, and Billy sold the last. Unfortunately. Poor blue guy. I've said several times in the past that Hanako was the most popular Aventia character, and the sticker sales seem to prove that point even more. I didn't sell too many products. I still have quite a lot of overstock from the event, but it was an event where I had a lot of fun and I got to meet some fantastic people, and in the end, that's really all that matters, isn't it? I also did an art trade with the other artists after the show ended, and that was really nice getting to meet other folks that I had a common interest with, and just getting close to them, you know? Overall, second semester was really great and much better than the first semester. Now on to some channel content updates. I'm sure some of you have been asking, where is the Aventia series? You dropped 3 episodes last year and you kinda dipped. Well, I did say in a previous video that the series would kind of slow down for a little bit as I focused on my college life, did I? Well, as it turns out, slowing down would be a massive understatement. At some point earlier in the year, I basically could not work at the show at all. Not physically, because I had all my files that I needed on hand, but my emotions were getting in the way of it. I've talked about this several times now, so I'm not going to get into detail, but I'll say this. You know it was bad when I didn't even draw my beloved OCs for a while and I just drew a bunch of fan art of stuff that I really appreciated instead. Well, now that I'm on summer break for now and that I've improved myself as a person quite a bit, and I will continue to, there's always room for one to improve, I will resume work on the Aventia series, but with a twist compared to how I ran shows in the past. Whereas Quest of Blue Fire, the short-lived cancelled Light Fighters, and the earlier Aventia episodes are basically done by me crunching and grinding to get as much out as I can in a limited amount of time, I've realized this really isn't a healthy thing to be doing for years in a row. So is Aventia cancelled? No, not at all. I just don't think that I should be constantly animating the series all the time, but it is still something that I am very passionate about. Basically, all the fun of making an indie anime kinda got drained because I lived and breathed making Aventia for some time. In a nutshell, Aventia will still go on, but I will be working on it when I feel motivated instead of all the time like before. It would reduce burnout after all. What about other art content like speed paints? I'll make some every now and then, but I won't guarantee that everything that I draw from now on will have a speed paint video posted of it. One of my problems with myself was that I started to get competitive and I wanted to grow my channel, hence why I uploaded as much as I could last year. There's nothing wrong with wanting to grow your YouTube channel. I can understand why people want to do it. However, if it's basically reached the point where it's become all that you care about, then trust me, you're going to have problems. That's all I'll say for now, as that's really a subject that I think deserves its own dedicated video, for I can go on and on about this from first-hand experiences, but just take it from me, please. Future drawings? Well, I want to slow the fan art down so I can focus on my OCs again, but every now and then I'll draw something that I think is cool. For example, for a particular franchise that I like where there are a lot of characters, which is a lot of the franchises I like admittedly, I basically plan to draw one character a month there. Not every drawing will be recorded for a speed paint, but some will. As for summer plans, I think I'm just going to be vibing this summer in all honesty. I plan to actually get a job for the first time. I have never held a proper job before, so yeah, I'll just make some money and hopefully I could actually increase the budget of some of my works, you know? Well, anyways, I think I've said enough regarding the channel's future for now, so why don't I talk about the art for a little bit? Here are the Rowdyruff Boys Z in all of their glory. Honestly, I don't really like the way they were depicted in the Powerpuff Girls Z anime. The original Rowdyruff Boys were better in my opinion, but I won't deny that the Rowdyruff Boys Z designs, they go hard. That's it for this video, guys. If you want to see more cool speed paints and art in the future, subscribe! I also make an animated series called Aventia, so check that out as well. But until then, I'll see y'all next time!